boy Certified Real, back with another video, and it only gets realer from here. But first, I want to give a shout out to all my fellow Pisceans out there. Gang, you already know. We in the building. Also want to give a shout out to all my 2-2s and my 3-3s, and my 2-2-2s and my 3-3-3s, and my 7-7-7s. And shout out to any other angelical numerical numbers that I may have forgot to mention. Also want to give a shout out to everybody that's new. Welcome. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell notification, be notified of my upcoming videos and content. And we're going to jump right in. So everybody know today is a special day because us Pisces spaz out on Sagittarius. And why does that Pisces snap on Sagittarius? I'm going to break it down for y'all and why in 2026, okay? Now, just know that Sagittarius hides more than you would expect, okay? Now, we're going to talk about this because there is obviously an illusion with this, okay? Between these two signs, water sign versus a fire sign, there's an illusion. Now, this is a long video. I'm going to try to, like I say, stress this out as long as I can to make, the content for those of you that like the long form content. Now, I'm going to talk about this. Us Pisces, as you know, we are not emotional for no reason. See, now in 2026, see Sagittarius energy, it clashes hard with Pisces, in case you didn't know. There's not really much you really have to do to see that. When you meet a Sagittarius for the first time, there will always be something about them that you don't like as a Pisces. You will just catch, as soon as you meet them, and tell you the very thing that goes against you regarding a Sagittarius is the intuition. See, the intuition is what triggers when a Sagittarius is present. Okay, now I'm gonna expose why does the Pisces finally spaz out. I'm gonna tell you guys why do I have to spaz out on Sagittarius, because we haven't done Sagittarius yet. That was the first thing, but it's much more deeper than that. So I'm gonna reveal the hidden traits of Sagittarius, the evolved, the unhealed, and the shadow side, okay? And why does us Pisces, we appear calm in the situation until we're done. And at the same time, I want to share with you guys why Jupiter, the planet that Sagittarius is ruled by, why did Jupiter split from Pisces? See, I'm going to talk about that and how Pisces evades traps by going quiet. See, now this isn't hate. This is all the truth, you guys. So, fasten your seatbelts. What's going on, everybody that just came in? Appreciate everybody coming out. I hope everybody's doing well. So, like I say, it's a spaz out. So, like I say, it's going to be a lot of exposure here now and radiation. So, yeah. Now, the very first thing is that a Pisces, we don't explode. We don't explode like Sagittarius does. See, what we do is we evaporate. Now, Sagittarius, what do they like to do? They like to poke, meaning they like to joke. That in itself is what considered overstepping. See, Sagittarius like to overstep their boundaries. So also, they do this all while by trying to what? Say that they're, oh, I'm just being honest. No, you're not. Stop. See? And the thing about it, us Pisces feels what Sagittarius doesn't see. Because this type of sign is very clumsy. They lack tact, okay? Because if you knew when to say something, you wouldn't make the type of mistakes that a Sagittarius does. We call this being clumsy, falling over things that you probably didn't see was there, okay? Now, Pisces, like I say, they feel what Sagittarius doesn't see, so keep that in mind. So in 2026, Pisces stops explaining, see, and starts removing access regarding Sagittarius. Now, why the spaz out? I'm going to tell you why. Because the Sagittarius doesn't think before they speak, so they speak bluntly, okay? Now, Pisces feels the intent coming behind the words of a Sagittarius. This is how a Pisces knows what is considered, honest. Whatever the Sagittarius speaks or says, Pisces picks up on what is said like the tone, in other words. So Sagittarius avoids responsibility. They don't like accountability. They don't like taking responsibility for their actions, the things that they do or cause. So Pisces sees those patterns. That's why I said, whenever a Pisces and a Sagittarius beef, and they don't even have to have a reason to, it's all because the illusion. The illusion is what causes the beef, because everything is not what you see with Pisces or Sagittarius. Now, when it comes to Sagittarius, what is their shield? Their shield is what? Laughter. It's not joy. Don't get it twisted. See, trying to make everything funny is a shield. See, they don't want you to know just how mad they can get. So what does a Sagittarius do? They laugh the pain off. See, they laugh the pain off. So even if they're wounded, they won't want to show it. See, so this is how you know if a Sagittarius is wounded. They'll do a whole lot of laughing, joking. That's how you know, oh yeah, I got him, he's hurting. Or yeah, she's hurting, yeah, I got her ass. See, because they'll try to laugh it off. Now, why does this not work on Pisces? Because Pisces absorbs it. It's cold-blooded. Now, another thing is that Sagittarius crosses those emotional lines. As I mentioned, they lack tact and they do not see other people's boundaries, especially Pisces. Now, Pisces, why doesn't this not work on Pisces when Sagittarius cross those emotional lines? It's because Pisces remembers everything. See, you can't fool a Pisces because a Pisces remember everything. See, don't forget, don't miss nothing. No details. Now, Sagittarius underestimates the very strong power of Pisces, and that's silence. See, because Pisces ends cycles in silence. It's cold-blooded. Now, I'm exposed to Sagittarius traits, and I don't give a damn. And y'all know y'all come in here and try to troll and roll your boat gently down the sea. And guess what? Merrily, get up off me, okay? Because I'm going to expose this shit. I'm tired of this now. Sagittarius, I'm going to expose y'all traits, and y'all going to be mad as hell. And I got some content about Ted Bundy, and I'm going to break it down, what he was all about. So y'all thinking like, oh yeah, Sagittarius don't really, hey, we don't be out here hurting people. There you do, okay? So Sagittarius, I'm going to expose it. Now, for the evolved Sagittarius, they may come with the truth and compassion. They may respect emotional boundaries, and they may have the growth-oriented honesty, okay, within them. Now, that's the evolved Sag. Now, when you're dealing with an unhealed Sagittarius, you're dealing with somebody that's blunt and careless. See, somebody that avoids emotional depth of things or how one feels. Also disappears when they're confronted. See, so that's the unhealed Sag. Now, when you're dealing with a shadow or dark side Sagittarius, well, they may have the moral superiority. See, when we start talking about opinions and debates, this is what I'm talking about, because a Sagittarius will, even if they're wrong, they may have a I know it all type of vibe where, hey, they can become very preachy and philosophical about something they believe in that has nothing to do with what you're trying to, what you got going on. It could be, you could be a Christian, for instance, and they could believe in something else, but they'll try to push their ideas upon you by trying to make it seem like, oh, what they know means more than what you know, or try to make it seem like it's more important. So you got to be careful. Also, they justify harm as truths. See? So that's another trap that you got to watch out for. Also, they test limits for control. See? They see how far you will go with things. So you got to be very careful. Now, why does a Pisces act docile? Okay, in regards to a Sagittarius, just know that they're going to do this strategically. So Pisces don't submit, okay? They observe. So sometimes people mistake it. They mistake it for that. No, they're observing in the situation. They go quiet to what? Avoid escalation. They go quiet to what? Watch inconsistencies. See? They go quiet to let people expose themselves. That's what silence does. Not the silent treatment. See? Another thing, why does a Pisces go quiet? To remove emotional supply. See? You can't absorb nothing. The Pisces not giving you anything to absorb with. Now, silence isn't weakness. Always remember that. It's a filtration, okay? See? Everything must require what? A filter. Now, another thing, why Jupiter split from Pisces? Okay, this is a big one. Why did Jupiter split from Pisces? Because Jupiter is all about expansion, okay? It's all about expansion, belief, and risk. See? That's why they say, oh, better applaud for Jupiter because, oh, you just might get lucky. You see, it's all about luck. It's not about precision. It's not about, something that's exact. So here's the thing. Neptune comes with what? Intuition, illusion, and boundaries. So Pisces needs Neptune to what? Pisces needs Neptune to survive manipulation. Pisces needs Neptune to dissolve ego battles with people and situations. And also Pisces needs Neptune to what? Protect emotional depth. It's cold-blooded. See, Jupiter wouldn't been able to do that for Pisces. That's why I had to leave. Pisces is too strong for Jupiter. This is why I'm trying to tell you, Sagittarius, whether you want to hear it or not. You're not stronger than a Pisces. So stop and sit down somewhere and be the student for, hey, the rest of the year. It is what it is. Now, here's the thing. If Sag and Pisces, just imagine, for those of you, scientists out there, those of you that, oh, I need to know what if they did share Jupiter? How would things be? If a Sagittarius and Pisces share Jupiter, emotions would what? They will what? What would the emotions do? See, they would inflate into chaos. It would be a complete shit show. See? So that's the thing. When you it would just be chaos. That's what Jupiter does. See, the risk, that's what the risk, when the risk is involved, that's what it causes, chaos. See? So there's no structure, there's nothing to put it like this, there's no order. Now, let's talk about Ted Bundy, okay? Now, this is on a high level, you guys. As you guys know, my content is on a high level. I'm not like your average Joe Blow, Billy Bob type of channel, okay? When it comes to like astrological aspects and whatnot. Now, Ted Bundy on a higher level, non-tactical now, okay? Let's talk about it. Ted Bundy, what does he represent? Out of the unhealed, the shadow, and obviously he won't be the evolved version, okay? Obviously. Now, Ted Bundy represented the shadow, the dark Sagittarius. And I'm going to tell you his energy. See, his energy was charm, masking, intent. Oh, you didn't know? Oh, you didn't know that Sagittarius uses charm? You thought it was just Libra that does it or uses it? No. Sagittarius uses charm. Do your research on charm. See, it comes in many different forms. Laughter, always appearing to be happy. That could be used as charm. See? Now, another thing is belief superiority. Remember I said you have to be careful because Sagittarius can fool you and make you believe in some things that you probably shouldn't. See? Just because they don't have, they have this curiosity and hey, remember curiosity killed the cat, right? So you could find Sagittarius getting bored with the traditional ways of religion or hey, spirituality to where they might be reading some books that are forbidden. And then they'll get out here and be like, yo, you need to do 15 push-ups a day because if you don't, then you're wrong. Then you're going to hell. You see, it's little stuff like that. For example, you got to be careful with Sag because they could be very preachy about the wrong shit, thinking they know something that you don't know, but you don't need to know it. You see that? Now, when it comes to Ted Bundy, he also represented what? Ideological manipulation. This was on a whole nother level of manipulation. See? But it started with what? He was what? He was offering people rides. How? See, this is very, very crazy. Because listen, if a person, how many people would get into a stranger's car if they were stranded? Let's say the the temperature that it is right now in my city, 0 degrees, okay? How many people would say, no, I'm good, bro. I just wait on the bus, but it's freezing cold outside. Ted Bundy pulls up, says, yo, I can give you a ride. Got that smile right on his face, using that charm to woo his victims, right? But that's the thing. That's how he would get people. You pull up on him and offer to give him a ride somewhere. That's how it started. But they didn't know they were going to die, see? Now, here's the thing. Pisces senses danger before what? Before the proof exists. That's why Pisces would probably be the only one that wouldn't get in the car, no matter how cold it is, because Pisces would sense something's off. You smiling, you a little too happy, and you don't even know me. You're a complete stranger, and you offer me a ride. Why? See, and the thing about it is that's why a Pisces will what? Pull away early. See, now who breaks first when it comes to Sagittarius ego? See, their ego breaks first. And Sagittarius ego fractures when what? When they are ignored. They need attention. Most fire signs do. So the minute a Sagittarius doesn't get any attention, they feel ignored. Guess what? Their ass is out of there. See, the thing about it is one thing to be bored, but bored for what? You still got to have a reason to be bored. And sometimes it's self-serving. Sometimes they're bored because no one's paying them any attention. See, anybody that's philosophical and, oh, they are eager to debate or just want to talk about things that, oh, anything that's out of mind that they feel like they've done, they need an audience. They need somebody to sit there and pay them attention. So guess what? The moment they're ignored, they're out of there. Now, another thing, too, that a Sagittarius where their ego fractures is when somebody doesn't believe. See, when somebody doesn't believe in what they're doing, they can't handle, they can't take it. So it's like, yo, you want to talk about doing push-ups, hey, and you found out that's a certain type of religion. Guess what? The minute somebody doesn't believe in that, oh, it hurts your soul. Then you want to laugh it off like a clown and say, oh, you don't believe in doing the push-ups? Are you kidding? Like, yeah, you're mad. See, you're big mad right now. But they won't show it. Let me see. Hey, don't like I say, stop the trolling, man. Stop the goddamn trolling, man. Listen. But anyway, that's the thing. Sag's World, I knew you was gonna show up. See, look, and here's the thing. A Sagittarius ego fractures also when they are not reacted to. See? Because they always want to fight. The fight is the distraction from them being mad. They do not want you to notice it. See? They don't even want you to see it coming. Now, another thing is this. Now, we getting into the spaz out now, okay? Because this is, hey, it is what it is. Now, what is a Pisces trigger within the Sagittarius? See, is the fact that, yeah, Sagittarius, what do? They joke during serious moments, like right now. See, they joke. Now, another thing a Sagittarius does is they dismiss emotions as what? Overthinking. They will be quick to tell a Pisces, oh, you're overdoing it. You're overthinking it. No, see, but that's like, who are you to say that? That's why that's the type of personality, bigger than life, God complex that Sagittarius carries. See, now another thing is that Sagittarius disappears, then returns casually. See, so a lot of times when they are not strong enough to stay present or they're not hearing what they want to hear, they will leave just to come back casually. So they had to go somewhere to actually what? Calm down, to make it look like, oh, I'm not mad. Or hey, if I feel mad, let me not look mad so I can return casually, see, and act like nothing happened. They don't want you to see the emotion, that's why. Now, another thing, Sagittarius speaks bluntly without emotional awareness. See, it's one thing to say something, but remember how they said it, when you don't say it with your chest, then 9 times out of 10, people probably won't believe it. See, because you didn't use any emotional awareness when you said it, okay? Now, Sagittarius tells secrets by accident. Don't tell a Sagittarius no secrets. They can't hold water. They're not a water sign. So another thing, Sagittarius prioritize freedom over loyalty. So they don't give a damn about being loyal. What they care about, they give a damn about what? Being free. See? So that's another thing. When you marry a Sagittarius, it could be a male or female. Don't put all your don't put all your eggs in one basket, because they might not last. They might not stay with just you. They're not, when it comes to commitment, they have issues with that. See? Now that's why I said they value freedom over loyalty. The next one I got is the fact Sagittarius minimizes what? Pisces intuition. How the hell you gonna tell Pisces that, oh, that ain't it? That's not how it goes. Oh, you need to slow down, bro. You need to slow down, bro. That's not what it was. Bro, it's the intuition is stronger than what you could ever think about. Because that's the problem. Sagittarius, you are thinking everything. You're trying to ration out everything within your mindset of how you see it. But your opinion doesn't matter. Neither does Pisces, because the intuition is the one that takes the wheel. See? Pisces just follows it. Pisces just listens to it. So you can't get mad and try to outthink the intuition of a Pisces. Now, another thing, Sagittarius avoids accountability with humor. Humor is the illusion. That's why I said that's the thing that gets in the way between a Pisces and a Sagittarius of why they can't get along. See? Because a Pisces it's gonna jump straight out at Pisces when you talking to a Sagittarius. It's like, what the fuck is so goddamn funny? If I'm just saying, yo, what's up? My name's such and such. What is funny? But that goofy stuff is not what you think it is. See, so you got to be careful about it. Now, another thing is Sagittarius treats trauma like a story, not a wound. So don't go telling them, oh, what happened to you when you got shot at, like I did. Because if you say that and the Sagittarius is in attendance, guess what they're going to say? Oh, you probably deserved it. See, they'll say something stupid and just rude abruptly to where they just override the whole emotional awareness to where it's like, yo, you just don't give a damn what you say. See, you just want to be the most funniest person in the room because you are what? Careless. Now, here's the thing. Sagittarius gets defensive when you question them, because what does that require? Them to express their emotions, which they don't like their emotions, okay? Now, another thing is Sagittarius gets, they move on too fast emotionally. How can you trust a Sagittarius that tries to hurry up and blow past the emotions, or just don't want to have nothing to do with how they feel or how you feel? They want to cut to the chase and get to the point. You can't trust a person like that. See, because that's how they can kill somebody. And for example, not give a damn. And then, when you questioning what happened to Tyrone and they already done dunked Tyrone in the ocean somewhere, they want to, hey, forget about Tyrone. Let's go get some fried chicken before they close. That's how Sagittarius will behave, thinking it's funny. Like, oh, forget about him. Let's hurry up and make it to KFC before 9 o'clock, before they close. I want some fried chicken and some biscuits and some honey and whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. So you got to be careful. Now, another thing is that Sagittarius, they invalidate feelings with logic. You can't do that. You are a human being. You are not an alien, man. What planet do you think you're born on? That's why I said Jupiter gives that see, it gives that risk, okay? Because why? Sagittarius will take the chance every time. Whether they have to put their foot in their mouth. Do you notice that every time they do something, it comes with a risk? Every time they meet somebody, it's a chance they might fight that person. They might get into a full-blown out shootout. They seldomly come in peace. See, they will find some reason to mention something that, hey, you shot at my cousin, and then all of a sudden the Sagittarius is like, yo, where's my pistol? It's like, bro, why are you bringing up that drama and that chaos? Because that, I'm telling you, Jupiter, fam, the expansion of knowing things of, oh, what, you shot at my cousin and I gotta do something about it right now, bro. Like, we just got out of church. Why are you trying to shoot somebody? Sagittarius brings chaos, Brody. Just in case you didn't know. And hey, now you know. Now, another thing is Sagittarius flirts to feel alive. Fuck entertainment. They do it to feel alive. See? They'll flirt with anybody. You could be an old lady in a wheelchair. A Sagittarius will flirt with you just to feel alive. Like they doing something. That's why I said being bored is an illusion. Don't fall for that. Oh, I'm just so bored and yeah, I got to get into trouble. No, you don't. It ain't even that serious. It's not even that deep because you refuse to have the emotional depth within anything anyway. So how the hell you could go around saying that, oh, yeah, I was bored. Bro, you don't even care about being bored because of being bored is an emotion. See? Now, another thing, Sagittarius overshares. See, that's what Jupiter does. Make you overshare. You want to expand everything that you say to people. You preach. You go for 2-3 hours explaining something. You overshare. And the thing of what you overshare the most is this is why Pisces can't trust you. You, Sagittarius, you overshare Pisces private information. Why do you do that? And you wonder why you don't have no friends. And see, the thing about it is this. Sagittarius hates emotional depth on demand. They don't want to go deep with anyone because that requires what? A commitment. A commitment of what? A friendship, a relationship. They don't like titles. Oh, you're my girlfriend. Oh, you're my boyfriend. They don't like those titles. See, if they're with you, they just want to leave it there. Superficially, oh, we're together, obviously, but oh, we don't have to put titles on it because that's gonna, hey, rob me of my freedom. See, they care about being free, hey, not loyalty. And see, here's another thing, is the fact that Sagittarius run, hold on, let me see. They're gonna run when they're confronted. They're gonna run when they're confronted. That's what the centaur got the legs for. See, good luck even having an opportunity to confront them about something because they'll find a way to leave. See, now, another thing is when it comes to sensitivity, they're going to mock you. They're going to say, oh, you're too sensitive. Yeah, you feel everything. Yeah. You know, you can even feel the soap that you use on your body. It's just like, oh, everything bothers you. They're going to try to make fun of you for being sensitive, but they don't understand the difference. You're not talking about the sensitiveness of, oh, someone pokes you in the face and you cry. No, that's not the sensitivity that a Pisces is. Hey, it's a power for Pisces. Being sensitive means that you know the difference between how one feels and how one doesn't feel. You know when something is bad is going to happen because you could feel it before it even take form. You know something bad finna happen, so you got the hell up out of there. That sensitivity, not everybody has that. See? Now, another thing with Sagittarius is they will gaslight you unintentionally. They ain't even trying. They probably don't even know what gaslighting means when they're doing it. See? So that's something you got to know. This person is careless, tactless. Just they'll say anything. Don't tell them anything about you because they will, foot and mouth, they'll give a damn. Let's say you cheated on your wife and the Sagittarius knows about it. They will help themselves to know things and say things that they probably shouldn't be even mentioning. It's kind of like the little kid that hears too much. Stay out of grown folks' business, that type of situation. To where, Oh, mom. Oh, mom, yeah, you're they'd be like, yo, hey mom, your what do they call it? Boyfriend number 2, or hey, your baby daddy's outside. And it's like the husband is right there. They'll say something like, just bust you out and be like, yo, your other boo is outside at the door waiting for you. Like, what the hell? Say that right in front of the dude that you're with. Like, that's how Sagittarius will just say things, and it's like, yo, what the hell are you doing? See, you ain't supposed to be telling the secrets. Now, another thing is Sagittarius reframes betrayal as growth. See? Another thing, Sagittarius, they now this is bad right here. Listen, a Sagittarius, like I said, will act like they're single while they're married. And I have a Capricorn family member, and her husband was a Sagittarius. And this man literally was acting like he was single in their marriage. Going out to the bar, hanging with the boys all night long, not coming home. Didn't give a damn. And he thought the shit was funny. And now they're divorced. Because he obviously doesn't know the difference between a commitment and being single. See? Now, another thing is that Sagittarius avoids emotional responsibility. You can't be with them because they're not going to what? They're not going to operate emotionally any type of way. So if you're not gonna be somewhat vulnerable, then you don't need to be in a relationship with nobody. See? Because what would you do? You would want to be what? A bachelor for the rest of your life, a gigolo, a male stripper. Those are the types of commitments that a Sagittarius will partake in. See? For a lifetime. You know, the little dancing, little, you know, putting on the little Speedo and getting on a pole, and they want to feel alive in the moment and not be committed to going home with one person at night. They want to go, to several people's houses in one night. See? Forget about a serial cheater. They see that as a norm. See? The risk. Jupiter, that's what it does. It's like, yo, I hope listen, the POV of a damn Sagittarius, how they see it, that's a fun night. Oh, go buy 4 or 5 women houses and sleep with all of them. This is your walking STD. See? They don't give a damn about an STD. Shit. They see it like, oh, yo, I'm gonna have a good time. So this is a person you cannot put emotions into, invest into, because they listen, the danger is they might not even believe in the traditional ways that you were raised. What your parents taught you, they might totally disagree with it. See? And that's what you got to watch, because this type of person will believe in something different and stand on it. They might believe in having 10 wives. And might not even be faithful to 10 wives. So what belief is that? You see how risky everything they do is? So it's risky because everything they do is going to start some shit. That's why it leads to chaos, is the detriment. See? That's why if you have no self-control, bro, you already lost. See? That's why I say Pisces is stronger than Sagittarius, because Jupiter allows movement. It requires movement rather than a person to what? Sit still. The stillness is what makes you stronger, because that's where self-control is. And with self-control comes what? Self-respect. Then it comes the morals. You're already superior because you're following the code. The codex of what? Life. See? Now here's the thing. A Sagittarius will test boundaries for fun. There's no respecting boundaries here. They will test boundaries for fun. He got the front door open. Oh, let's go up in there. Forget about ding dong ditch. They ain't gonna ring the doorbell and run. They're gonna ring the doorbell, and if nobody comes to the door, guess what? They're gonna go in there and steal all your shit. Sagittarius are risky, bro. They're not afraid of nothing, bro. They'll shoot at you, laugh about it. Don't even even if you shoot back. See? They love stuff like that. They love anything that makes them feel alive. See? It's like, oh yeah, they shooting. A Sagittarius ain't gonna be afraid of that. And here's the thing. A Sagittarius, now you gotta look at the opposite polarity, Gemini. So this, hey, you gotta understand, Gemini shows up in their personality. So this is the thing, people, the misconception here, the illusion. Just because somebody believes in something doesn't mean it's the truth. That's what you got to remember with Sagittarius. So what am I saying? Sagittarius lies by omission. It's cold-blooded. Sagittarius bends the truth. Sagittarius will lie. That's what philosophy is, a fucking lie. But they'll try to make it seem like, oh, it's the code of life. Like, oh, you gotta have it because, like, oh, it's like getting your license. It's like, yo, you have to do this. They'll try to make it seem like, oh, it's the reality. No, it's not. It's their reality. See, it's their reality. And then they'll call you a moron. See, if you get into an altercation with a Sagittarius, they'll say things like, I hope you rot in hell. They don't fight the same with the traditional way of arguing. They say things like, yo, you're going to hell. You're a bastard. You're a moron. You need to go back to school. They say things like that too. It's like the type of words they use, it makes you think like, I was arguing with him instead of calling me a mother effer. This mother effer told me, hey, you need to go back to school. You know, who taught you how to drive? Little stuff like that. Those are the type of gaslighting words they use. Like, for instance, I got into it with a Sagittarius at one of my old jobs. I used to work at Domino's. And we were cool at first, but then all of a sudden, he let all the rumors and everything get to him. And then he just snapped on me one day. A pizza was coming out the oven. He literally grabbed the damn thing that you hold, that you take the pizzas out with, and he slammed it on the table. And he told me, he said, he was like, he called me by my name, he said, Trey. He was like, you're a piece of shit. I was like, why did he call me a piece of shit? He was like, I'm sick. He said, yo, I'm tired of you. Like, you know what? You're suspended. I'm like, without pay. I'm like, what the hell? What? Like, first off, he literally, when he slammed that damn pizza catcher thing down, that metal thing grab the pizzas out the oven, he slammed that shit down on the table. And then he literally just like turned red in the face and he was like, you're a piece of shit. I'm like, bro, what the hell? I'm like, why is he coming at me like that? But yeah, I wasn't scared of him. But then when he did that, I was like, yo, since he mad, bro, I'm like, bet, I'm finna gaslight him. See, I said, you've been working at Domino's for how long? And where has it got you? See, it got you slamming shit down, calling people pieces of shit. And you a grown ass man, bro. I'm like, change your damn career. Anyway, but yeah, lies by omission. Another thing, a Sagittarius can't handle intimacy. It's cold-blooded. Yeah, they probably can hump and, and F, you know what I'm saying? But that's about it. They ain't got no intimacy for you. So don't expect them to be all lovey-dovey, got rose petals, and hey, we at the Sybaris, and hey, lounging. No. This is the type of sign that wants to pump, 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 pump. And once they bust, they want to head on home. They want to go on to the next thing that makes them feel alive. So they don't got no intimacy for you. That's out the window. That ain't even an idea. See? So that's why if you're the type of woman or man that's looking for that in your partner, you ain't going to like them, fam. Now, the thing about it is, when it comes to the next thing I got is, like I said, they'll disappear after intimacy, okay? They also refuse to sit with discomfort. So if they don't feel comfortable, they're not going to stay. See? And another thing is the fact, why does Pisces and Sagittarius not get along? I'm going to tell you. The main reason is because Sagittarius treats Pisces' patience as weakness. Because if they're going to look at a Pisces and say, what are you waiting for? And if a Pisces say, I'm just chilling, or hey, I'm just showing respect, I'm just waiting for the person to come from the bathroom. Because a Sagittarius, hey, if you take too long, a Sagittarius will leave your ass. If you go in a restaurant and they're ready to go and you say, yo, I got to go take a piss, I'll be right back. And if you don't come right back, a Sagittarius could be very childish and say, oh, right back? Oh, it's been past 5 minutes. I'm getting the hell out. I'm leaving. They'll just boom, storm and get in the car and drive off. Why? Because Jupiter, taking the risk. They think it's funny. Oh, I'm leaving you. You went to go take a piss. I'm leaving. They think it's funny by, oh, you actually coming out the bathroom and just realize, oh, damn, Sagittarius just took off. He just left me at the damn restaurant. And they just think it's funny, like, oh. And then you call the Sagittarius and say, yo, can you come back and get me? And then the Sagittarius is like, yo, I ain't going to wait all day. I got stuff to do. And they'll play with you and think it's like a little game. So you got to be careful dealing with a Sag. They don't give a F, okay? Now, another thing a Sagittarius you got to watch out for is the fact that they forget emotional promises. See, don't hold them accountable for nothing. Hey, don't expect them to follow through on some type of emotional promise that they made you. Oh, yeah, for Valentine's Day, we'll go to Hawaii and hey, we'll have, we'll go out and do something, some type of little fun adventure together. On Valentine's Day, don't expect that shit to actually, they probably ain't going to follow through on that because what does it require? See, emotions. Now, another thing is that Sagittarius will laugh at a Pisces intuition, like I said, but then they'll regret it because once they realize that you were right, Pisces, then they want to come back casually, like, okay, well, hey, I was wrong, yeah, but I still don't like your ass, but hey, actually want to hear more. It's like they really don't want to bow down and just submit to what was going on, in other words. Now, another thing is Sagittarius assume Pisces will what? Understand them. See? And then Pisces is authentic. They'll say, no, I don't want to agree with nothing that you were doing or nothing that you were saying. So that's the thing where Pisces will not just accept some shit that ain't right, okay? Now, the breaking point. With a Pisces, they feel emotionally unsafe, they're done. You can forget it, see? If a Pisces senses hidden motives, no, it ain't going to work, Sag. See, a Pisces, if they feel drained, no. If they feel drained, they're not even inspired. No. A Pisces, they will stop explaining themselves to you, Sagittarius, once they reach a breaking point. So that tells you it doesn't matter if Pisces, even if you overstep a Pisces boundaries, guess what? There's going to be what? Another boundary. That's why I said like that's what Neptune does. It protects Pisces. So no matter if you hop over the fence, Sag, it's still going to be fog in your face. See, the more you come digging and searching and trying to gaslight, there's nothing to gaslight with. See, you're revealing more of yourself, which requires what? The dissolving of what? Your ego. You're going to end up showing your ego because all that laughter and all that stuff ain't going to work on Pisces. And see, Pisces detaches what? Emotionally, which a lot of other water signs have a difficult time doing so. Not Pisces. A Pisces can detach emotionally. See, where you might think that, oh, they're not even connected to logic, you got another thing coming. Another thing is that Pisces realize that Sagittarius won't change. See, you know how they say a person is stuck in their ways. Well, with Sagittarius, they're stuck in what? their thoughts. See, about what they think, philosophies. Another thing is that Pisces notice patterns that Sagittarius ignores. See, because Sagittarius doesn't see the illusion. They don't really care about illusions. See, because they're willing to take the risk. The risk is what? Tim and his crew. When they when they thought they seen gold, what did they do? They kept digging. So taking the risk is when you know that there's a high chance that, oh, you just might not find what you're looking for, but you still continue to look. What sense does that make? That's not tactful. That's tactless. Because it's a 50-50 chance. But if you look at a situation that doesn't look promising, you can't even give it 50%. See, you could start looking for something that you already gonna end up what? Finding trouble. Because you're not gonna find what areas they like to what? Go for. See, because of, oh, I'm bored. So see, if you're restless, you're just burning up extra energy, but that doesn't mean it's for a purpose. Anybody could go just drive around and waste gas and go to all these different places because, oh, it's just something to do. But if it don't make sense, then why are you even doing it? See, you're just wasting time, and no one cares about that. See, now here's another thing. When it comes to a Pisces, when they're at their breaking point, what they would do is they'll go silent strategically. With Sagittarius, because one thing Sagittarius likes to do is they like to talk. In a minute, hey, they can yap too. So a Pisces will catch on to that, become silent strategically. And that's when a Sagittarius they'll get confused. They won't know what, hey, why are you so quiet? See? Once they realize they're talking to themselves, they don't like that. See? Now, another thing is that a Pisces can stop caring immediately. See? Suddenly just stop caring. So you could think that a Pisces is attached to their emotion, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, now you may look at that Pisces and think, oh, I don't even really think that he's emotionally inclined or attached to his emotions. After all, that's what I'm saying. A Pisces can really draw that illusion on you. So even if the illusion gets in the way, it doesn't matter with Sagittarius, because listen, they automatically don't like Pisces anyway. Once they meet a Pisces, they instantly discover that I don't like this person. See, because they can't easily read you. See, and when they put on that whole jovial attitude, Pisces doesn't fall for it. See, sometimes Pisces won't even smile back, and automatically the Sagittarius would think something is wrong with Pisces. Like, why aren't this person smiling? Or, oh, why don't they say hi? Why they didn't say hello? They will always question you by your mood and how you behave. And they will say things, they'll blurt things out. And they'll gaslight you to find out why you're not smiling. They'll say, oh, Pisces, are you depressed? Because that's another thing. They could be the type of person that tries to diagnose you falsely. Oh, Pisces, are you depressed? Hey, you probably should go get that checked out. Because I haven't seen much of you, and you don't seem happy. It's like, yo, I'm chilling. Don't try to manipulate my mood. But you gotta be careful, because what about those that actually go get checked out and they didn't need to? And now they under some type of, medical treatment because the Sagittarius put that bug in their head and said, yo, are you depressed? Oh, you need to go see a psychiatrist. Oh, you should go get that checked out. Just because you're not feeding into their energy. You're not giving them any attention on what they want to talk about. See? So you got to be careful, because the Sagittarius will be evil in a sense and punish you for not paying them any attention. See? But they'll do that what you can't see. See? Now, Another thing is Pisces will withdraw access when they reach the breaking point with Sag. And that could be access to what? A conversation with them. Now, Pisces stops being available. That's another thing. Pisces also what? Observes when Sagittarius starts to panic. See? Oh, yeah, they start panicking because, listen, you either can laugh yourself out. There's always an ending because it always starts with a pattern. And patterns always end because we've never seen a hurricane last more than what? 3-4 days on end. It always spins out and it stops. It dissolves. See? So the storm ain't nothing but what? An illusion. The storm starts and you think, oh, how long is this gonna last? Until it dissolves. See? But something must change in order for it to stop. But if you really watch when the storm starts, sometimes it's for a reason. It had to be an ending to the cycles. See? But Pisces what? They block energetically before physically. It's cold-blooded. See? And another thing is a Pisces withdraws, like I say, they withdraw the access so that way the Sagittarius cannot join them, find them. See? Because Sagittarius wants you to be present. They don't expect you to withdraw, take away your energy, back up. See? A Pisces will also no longer react. See? And that alone it shows that you're not what? Paying attention. You're not feeding into them and their energy. Another thing is that Pisces cuts the karmic cords with Sagittarius. See? So they will always what? Reach their detriment. See, there's no waiting game here. Pisces instantly knows that, oh, this reckless, ruthless type of individual, hey, they need to reach their detriment so that karma can come get this person. See? So that's why Pisces will just stop reacting when they are fed up with Sag. Now, another thing is that Pisces mirrors Sagittarius distance. See? So Pisces really ain't got to say nothing. Pisces could just instantly mirror a Sagittarius distance. So as soon as they try to leave, escape from the situation, it's like, good, I wanted your ass out of my face anyway. See that? You're doing too much. Where you think that, oh, you need to do something to feel alive, or hey, I'm a little too boring for you. Well, guess what? You getting on my nerves too. See? So it works itself out. Now, another thing is that a Pisces exposes the truth in a calm way. See? And that Sagittarius don't like that. They don't like that when you're not forceful with it. You're not aggressive with it. They don't think you're masculine when you say it, so, calmly. See? With the truth. So that's how you know the motives behind the truth. If the truth is the truth, there is no aggression. There is no, oh, I got to be masculine when I say these words. If it's the truth, it should be calmly spoken. Why you got to add seasonings to it? Oh, it's because it might not be the truth. Just because a Sagittarius will say it in such a way, that means there's motives, hidden motives behind those words. And you better not trust it. See? Because one thing a Sagittarius is not going to tell you is they might just be testing you the whole damn time to see what you believe and what you don't believe. See that? And that also ties in how they're going to see you as a person, treat you as a person. Because if you fall for something that they concoct, they lie to you, and you believe it, they're going to clown you. And they're going to poke fun. They're going to poke you and they're going to say certain things to get under your skin because they know your temperature. They know exactly what you're going to do. And that's dangerous. See? Because what does that do for them? It makes them feel alive. That oh, this person believes anything I say, even if it's a lie. And here's another thing. Why am I saying all this? As I'm spazzing out, I'm trying to tell you guys, Sagittarius is not this old cool hunky-dory type of individual. No, they are. It's a reason why they have beast, half human. It's a reason. See? Now, another thing is that with a Pisces will always choose peace over passions. And see, another thing is that a Pisces will let a Sagittarius spiral out alone. They're not going to follow them or try to, make it right. Oh, you okay, Sag? No, that's not going to come from a Pisces once they reach that breaking point. Because why? A Pisces refuses closure conversations in the first place. Pisces also sees the ego behind what? Freedom. Just because a person uses their ego doesn't mean it's for, just because they've lost. No. They'll use the ego behind freedom. The ego pushes them to what? Escape, to leave, to not commit. So that's their ego getting in the way of that person, that connection, that merging. Because if a person would distance themselves because they're afraid of losing their freedom, that's the ego. The ego always makes you do what? Lose something. It makes you lose something that's worth something to you. Whether it be a relationship, a marriage, a Rolex, and guess what? That makes it easier for Pisces. Because listen, a Pisces will mirror you, Sag, and make you lose before you even distance yourself. So you go running off, and a Pisces is like, what are you running from? I hope you got everything that you left with when you think to run, because listen, it might not be there once you get to your destination. You're not stronger than Pisces, bro. I could really just dissect you. Hey, you probably end up hating me for this, but hey, I don't give a damn. I'm unapologetic about this, okay? So here's the thing. Pisces chooses solitude. So you can't hurt Pisces because of Pisces, might just want to be alone anyway. See? And why is that? Because Pisces accepts reality. Why do you think a Pisces would want to drink or smoke? It's not because, I'm sad. You think a Pisces is sad because they want to do something like that. But little do you know, a Pisces has fully accepted the reality. If a Pisces didn't accept reality, why would they want to go and smoke or drink for the day? See? Why? If they had no idea what was going on. So those of you that think that Pisces are not realistic, or hey, they run from reality, and that's not true. They see that the world is going to what? They know the world's going to end someday, so you might as well live today as your last breath, because tomorrow's not promised. See? Now, another thing is that Pisces will stop romanticizing Sagittarius. That's like what? Taking the attention away, in a sense. Also, Pisces senses the manipulation attempts that Sagittarius tries to use. Doesn't work on Pisces. Manipulation does not work on Pisces. Remember, the only way that a Pisces lets you manipulate them is because they want it to be manipulated. See? And sometimes Pisces just wants to see what you gonna do. Because you don't expect a Pisces to what? You don't expect them to kick out of a pinfall. You don't expect them to get out of the headlock that you used. See? When you think you caught a Pisces, you might actually trap yourself. You wouldn't want to be in a situation like that. See? So another thing is that a Pisces ends the cycle quietly with Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all loud, explosive in your face with it, right? Sagittarius is like, a Pisces is like, hold on, Sag, wait. Let me end your cycle, but let me be quiet. Let me turn the volume down when I do it. It's cold-blooded, see? Because Sagittarius doesn't see it coming because they respond to excitement. They respond to a boom, chaos, somebody that does something instant. See? That's not always good. Because, yeah, somebody can pull a pin out of a grenade and throw it. It's like a Sagittarius is going to follow where that bomb, where the explosion is. Wherever the bomb lands, that's where let's go over there. It looks like something exciting going on over there, even though it's trouble. See? That's why you got to be very careful. If Sagittarius leading you to do something, you better make sure it's safe first. If it don't feel emotionally safe for you to do it, don't do it. And you have to be the one to say, yo, if a Sagittarius is driving, listen, get a little closer to you. If a Sagittarius is driving, what are you gonna do? You gonna let it be like Ted Bundy in the flesh, reincarnated? Or are you gonna bolt straight out of the passenger seat or the rear back seats and just hey, it's better for you to roll out of the damn car than to go along with that Sagittarius. Because what's the difference? You might survive. That's the whole key. You might survive if you jump out of the back seat while it's driving and roll and, skin up your legs. But that is better than following suit and going along with Sagittarius. Because what's the difference? You rather get a couple scrapes and scuffs on your knees, or do you rather get your head blown off? Do you know there was a Sagittarius? I'm sure I shared the story with y'all before. Probably one of the old videos, right? I don't consider it old, but I like to say other videos. Sagittarius was trying to get me to go to a party because he was bored. And he was like, oh, it's going to be some hoes, and yeah, it's going to be lit. I didn't fall for that. And the other two guys, they went. Only to come back shot. Dude had a cast, got shot in his elbow. The other dude got shot. And you know what the Sagittarius said when he explained what happened? This man had a big Kool-Aid smile. Oh man, we went to the party. Yeah, they ended up shooting, and they shot Frank and such and shot dude in his elbow. That shit ain't funny, bro. Why are you saying it like it was fun or something, bro? It wasn't. That shit ain't funny, and that wasn't fun. They all got shot. And the funny thing is that I find funny is y'all was trying to get me to go with y'all, and I didn't want to go. So that's kind of funny to me. And then all of a sudden, I don't think the Sagittarius liked my response, because I didn't feed into it. Because a little bit down the line, somebody came through the alley and started shooting up the whole apartments, the apartment complex. Boom, 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 boom. And guess what? I was in there. And you want to know what seat was shot up the most? Was the love seat that I always sat in when I would play Midnight Club. Everybody remember Midnight Club? It was for PlayStation. As I always play Midnight Club right there in the living room. And sure enough, the love seat I always sat in was shot up. I'm talking bullet holes like this big all through that mug. Bullet holes all in the kitchen of the apartment. And the Sagittarius was not home. So who do y'all think shot? Who do y'all think shot in our apartment? And guess what? His sister stayed in there, which was my girlfriend at the time, and she was a Sagittarius. And y'all know, hey, you already know the intuition, what it was telling me. They tried to kill me. The sister, hey, him and his sister. Even though she was my girlfriend, she was still what? A square. See? Fire sign. What? I know y'all probably like, what the hell you was doing with a fire sign, Brody? I know, I didn't know at the time. See? What you don't know can hurt you. See? It's what you can't see. And they probably was saying, damn, we didn't get him? I'm going to tell y'all, the intuition was telling me. God himself was telling me, go to your auntie's house to spend the night, and I wouldn't listen. See, before the gunfire, the gunshots, God was telling me get up out of there. I didn't listen though. See, because I didn't know I didn't know if I was hearing something or it's him telling me. My whole gut was just, hey, no comfort staying there before the shooting. So when I laid down that night, something told me to lay on the floor, not the bed. See, by me laying on the floor, that means what? My head was just right at the damn vent, the heater vent. When they shot, bullets went over me and just missed me because my ass was flat on the damn floor, not the bed. If I had been on the bed, I would have been dead. See? So that's why I say the intuition still protecting me from the Sagittarius bullshit. See? I had to plan, strategize my way of escape from her. And don't you know, the day that I packed my shit and was getting ready to go to the bus, and I told her, I said, you know what? I'm done with you. I'm done, and I'm leaving. Mind you, she didn't have her driver's license. Don't you know she tried to kill me? As soon as I left, we were living in a hotel. As soon as I left the hotel, I heard a car start. I said, what the hell? Since when did she get her license? She can't drive. She don't know. Hey, I've been driving this whole time. She been being a what? Passenger princess this whole time. So what the hell? I hear a car start. Next thing you know, she reversed, and then she literally floored it. Tried to run me over. Like 3 times. I just stepped to, sidestep. Boom. I'm like, why are you trying to run me over? Hey, and mind you, I had no money. I got on the bus with no money. I said, bus driver. I said, she trying to kill me, man. Hey, just let me ride free, just let me go. Just let me, hey. And he was like, yo, just get on, bro. Man, he saved my life, man. Didn't even have no bus fare. And I still escaped because Pisces is the master of escapism. And it don't matter if we got money for a freaking bus. Guess what? Hey, I ain't even going to say luck is on our side. The intuition is on our side. So, hey, it was meant for me to escape. See? Pisces be really escaping the worst case scenarios of just stuff. See? Telling you. Because she probably was thinking, how the hell he get on that bus? The hell? Where did he get the money to get on that damn bus? Don't worry about it. See? Because the empathy, the bus driver could have been like, yo, I'm glad you here. I was the only one on the bus. See? I got somebody to talk to, even though I ain't say nothing to him. You know how it is. Some people be glad to see a human shell, a human person just present. See? Just to see life in general. Somebody just, hey, he probably been riding the bus, or he was at the end of what? Probably the end of his cycle. He probably was at his last stop. The 12th sign, Pisces. Oh, got to pick up this Pisces. This is the last trip. We're going to worry about it. Just get on the bus. Oh, come on, man. I already knew it was going to be you, Pisces. You see, I see you done got a little taller there. You never know. Now, let's continue now. So, what behaviors of Sagittarius triggers a Pisces is, even if it's the evolved Sag, see, and it's the whole honest but kind, see, that alone. And that could trigger a Pisces because, like, yo, you being honest, but, you know, but at the same time, that's what throws a Pisces off. Honest but kind. Another thing, emotionally accountable, see. But I'm talking about evolved Sag. Another thing is, they may listen without interrupting you. See? Another thing is that they may communicate clearly. And this is how I'm talking about the evolved Sag here. Now, another thing is that they may, you know, own their mistakes, grows from, you know, feedback, protects their privacy. Let me see. Communicates clearly, keeps promises, stays present, grounding, you know, with the whole big ideas that they may have. They may support Pisces dreams, the evolved Sag. Doesn't weaponize the truth. Values emotional safety for Pisces. Evolves consciously and communicates intentions, okay? Now, unhealed Sag avoids emotional depth. Like I say, deflects with jokes. Disappears when they feel uncomfortable. They may minimize feelings. Prioritize their self-interest in things. And like I say, I wrote up plenty shit. I could go all day, you guys. But hey, undervalues intuition. Avoids the hard talks. See? Another thing, they can get defensive real quick. Overshare stories. And that's another thing, because like when the unhealed Sag is speaking, now I know this will piss Pisces off for sure, is the fact when they overshare stories, it's like they try to hog all the airtime. See? And that's coming from the opposite polarities, Gemini. So they'll sit there and just like take forever to finish up. Like, so it's like, imagine a person talking is like, yo, you trying to get a word in. With Sagittarius, to try to hog up all the airtime, won't let you talk at all. See? So you gotta be careful. Another thing is they can reframe harm as truth. Another thing is that you know, they get bored easily. Another thing, they can seek stimulation constantly. Another thing, you know, they can run when confronted and gaslight unintentionally. Now, shadow Sag is the dark side Sagittarius. And they get, like I say, had a moral superiority, weaponized honesty, manipulative charm, see, ego-driven truths, boundary testing, invalidates emotions, disguises manipulation as what? Wisdom, see, seeks control through philosophy. Remember I said with the philosophy behavior, sometimes that's done to what? Control you in a slick way. Because if they say, yo, you should be doing this, you should be eating only 2 times a day, and hey, you should you know, do this a certain time, and then sometimes they'll see if you will do it. It's cold-blooded, man, because listen, the philosophy that they come up with could be their theory, right? But if they're acting like they're teaching you something new, that could be very well how they want you to behave so they can control you. It's cold-blooded. See, you got to be careful with certain teachings because you have to know, you have to know what they're doing. Because let's say if, for instance, if a person is like, for instance, a person is a Christian, right? It's like if you don't know the Bible, then it's like you don't know. You could easily be deceived if they say something and you just doing this like, oh, okay, all right. And you agreeing with everything they're saying, but you haven't read the Bible for yourself. That's what I'm talking about, for example. So you have to be careful because a Sagittarius can make some shit up, a philosophical, idea, and they can suck you into it and say, get you to do this. Like, yeah, okay. Oh, all right. Yeah, I need to do this. And yeah, I need to do that to do it. So, hey, once I do once I do these things, that's going to make me certified, right? And Sag is like, yeah. If you do this 3 times a day and do that, and then you come by me and let me, let me be the one to drive you, and next thing you know, you will end up being that Sagittarius, peon, or their little stooge or slave. So you gotta be careful. Now, another thing with dark side Sag is that they can avoid consequences. See, they know exactly when to leave when the police show up. Little things like that. Look, oh my God, I hate this weather, man. Another thing is, it's freezing in here, man. 0 degrees at too, man. -1. Yeah. So, another thing is that, let me see. They can exploit the whole emotional openness too of a Pisces. They can feed off of what? On attention, okay? Feeds on attention. Any type of attention. And then they could crash out when they ignore it, okay? Whenever you ignore a Sag, a dark-sided one, they'll crash out. Just saying that. So somebody gonna get hurt because, nobody's paying them any mind. Now, why is the clash so painful between the Sagittarius and Pisces? It's because Sagittarius wounds with words. See, it's what they say. With Pisces, it's what you can't see. It's what they feel. So with Sagittarius, they wound with words. They use words as a weapon. See? So when you see the centaur, half beast, half human, and you see them stretch out like this with the arrow, what is the arrow? What is the intent of the arrow? It's to hurt you. What type of weapon are they using? Truths. See? Words of truth to hurt you with. See? So remember I said the truth can be what? Painful. Based on how you use it. And that's Sagittarius. It's cold-blooded. See, you can really hurt somebody with the truth because you can manipulate the direction. See? You can have the arrow and how the vision of, foreseeing something, knowing how you will react once they hit you with that truth. See, once they hit you with the truth, and that's in that certain type of direction, the Sagittarius can see where it's gonna go, what it's gonna lead to. See, so you gotta be very careful with somebody like that. Now, another thing is that Pisces wound Sagittarius with absence. That will hurt a Sagittarius feelings. Oh, I was gonna teach at 3 p.m. and the Pisces didn't show up. Because a Pisces knows what? The timing, the ending of the cycle, the pattern. What you had prepared for the Pisces what? Skip the day. Can you remember what you were going to teach? Or was it a lie? Well, or was it a philosophical lie that you were about to what? Preach about to control me. See? Because I'm going to tell you, a lot of pastors, like people wolves in sheep clothing, people that want to get on podiums are Sagittarius. See? And they get to talking. You got to be careful, make sure they actually teaching you something. Because if they telling you some BS and have your ear for 2 hours, guess what? They'll have you doing this and clapping. and putting on a show. And little do you know, you got to be careful, because is that doctrine true that they were teaching you? Or did they make that shit up to control you? See? Now, another thing, Sagittarius attacks what? Consciously. They know what they're doing. It's intentional. See? Knowing the truths, when to use them. Divide and conquer. See? And Pisces retaliates subconsciously. So when Sagittarius goes to attack a Pisces consciously, a Pisces claps back and retaliates subconsciously. And Sagittarius can't see it coming. See? Because the subconscious is so stronger. It's super strong. It's stronger than the conscious mind could ever think of, and how far it will go. See? Because, you know why? Because it will go into what? Another realm. Sagittarius doesn't see that far. Doesn't see that realm that Pisces knows that exists. Because Pisces accepts what? Reality. Reality is spiritual and the physical. See? Now, there's no life where things are balanced between the spiritual realm and the physical realm. See? Remember, Sagittarius needs to feel alive. It's a metaphor. They need to feel alive. They do risky things to feel alive. See? See the difference? Now, fire exposes. See? Fire exposes things, but water dissolves. See, that's what you got to remember. And see, what does fire signs, what do they want? What do fire signs want the most? They want a reaction. See? And what do water signs want the most? They want to remove oxygen. See? Now, another thing is that Sagittarius underestimates silence in itself, and that represents Pisces. So this is why there's a constant feud, beef, instantly. Now, Pisces uses it to what? Pisces uses silence to end wars without fighting. It's cold-blooded. See, Pisces doesn't fight the same fight that Sagittarius is looking for. See, you can't fight somebody that's fighting in a different type of way. If somebody is throwing different types of bombs that you don't, these are not the same bombs that you're used to seeing. See? That's like Dr. Strange going against a militant army that that's pretty much like the military of what? US or any, just a regular military unit, right? Or base. It's like going against some type of Doctor Strange type of individuals, mutants or something. It's like they ain't even fighting the same. So you get hit with something that you don't know about, it's going to do more damage. See? But that's the thing. Sagittarius they don't see where Pisces fights. See? Because that alone, silence, it does it for you. First, when silence, it ends the war. So it'll never happen. That's the thing. Sagittarius goes looking for a fight with Pisces, and Pisces doesn't give them one. But Pisces just uses silence. Boom. And it's over with. See? Pisces get the job done by not engaging. See? Because there's no reaction. Now, another thing. Now, I'm going to talk about how does Pisces dissolve. Okay, because a lot of people don't know when it comes to a Pisces dissolving all boundaries, what does that mean? This is like the bonus footage, right? Bonus content. So when it comes to the boundaries, there's a lot of people, like I say, what do y'all think for that? Do y'all, when they say when you hear someone say, oh, how does a Pisces dissolve boundaries? What do y'all think? Okay, so I'm gonna break it down for y'all. All right, so basically what I have is that a Pisces can dissolve all boundaries by answering fast every time. See, if a person asks a question and a Pisces answers quickly, what does that do? That teaches people that you're always available at the same time. So you have to know when to say something. Like I say, if a person is always available, it's because they're doing that. See, but I'm gonna tell y'all, give me 1 second. Let me see, go to my notes real quick. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Okay, let me see if I got this right. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, there, yeah, this was it. All right. All right. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so how does a Pisces dissolve the boundaries, okay, with others? All right, now the very first thing I got is a Pisces will stop emotionally reacting. See, and everybody knows that in order for someone to control you, they must be able to manipulate you. See, they need to manipulate, and they use they use those emotions of yours as leverage. So if a Pisces if they would dissolve your boundary regarding them stop emotionally reacting in the first place, that is going to what? Manipulators don't stand a chance at that point because they can't they lose the leverage. So that's how a Pisces dissolve the boundary. And that always means that what? You take something away, you stop giving something, you stop providing something, because at that point, you would be oversharing, you'd be overdoing it, overgiving outside of yourself. So that's how you know when a Pisces dissolves a boundary of someone's, they're unable to what? Take from you. Because the boundary blocks it. But it's almost like anything that you would do in order to basically take advantage of a Pisces by using some type of boundary. Maybe it's the fact that you won't do something or take something for free without the Pisces paying you for, any little thing or every little thing. It won't work. See? So another thing is that Pisces, they respond calmly to provocation, okay? So this means that a person that is very dramatic, it will starve them. A Pisces ain't gonna fall for that shit. Like you could do any type of way that you are, whether you're childish, whether you're attention whore, whether you're a yapper, it's not gonna work. And another thing, how a Pisces dissolves boundaries is that they don't explain their feelings repeatedly. If you missed it, you missed it, because that takes away the ammo for gaslighting. Gaslighting is only useful when you actually know how that person feels. See, just more than one feeling of that person. So if you don't explain them repeatedly, that's how Pisces dissolve the boundary. See, this is dissolving your boundaries. This is not the boundary of a Pisces. This is Pisces dissolving your shit. See, dissolving your boundary that you're trying to use to be slick and trying to pull something to what? Protect you from what? Being exposed. Because think of a boundary of another person as a shield. See? Now, another thing is that a Pisces how they would dissolve another person's boundary is by keeping their emotions private. See? Because now you have nothing to weaponize with. Why is this always something going with these arms, Brody? Oh my God. Why would this alarm go off at such a time? That's weird. I don't know why did I set that. It's just weird. My bad, y'all. So another thing, how a Pisces dissolves boundaries, withdraw empathy from abusers, okay? Now, as a Pisces knows, they can't just give the empathy to anyone. So that's why people feel the loss. See? Because everybody thinks that a Pisces is going to behave the same with the empathy. And they don't, because they know people are going to abuse it. Now, another way Pisces dissolves boundaries is they no longer validate bad behavior. See? And what that does is that causes the patterns to collapse. So when this happens, the cycle ends. That's what dissolves it. Because remember I said, once a storm, a hurricane dissolves, it's over with. See? But what has to happen is something has to what? Something has to happen first. Something has to stop it. And when it's something like this, where a Pisces no longer is accepting the bad behavior, that's where it ends. See? Because you notice that people don't notice about storms in the first place. It's usually like hurricanes. Why they come? It's not because of Mother Nature. No, that's the BS they want you to believe. But it's because of sin. It's because of bad behavior. See, there might be witchcraft going on in Louisiana, or hey, some type of omen or some type of just crazy stuff that's not supposed to be happening, right? Then boom, it ends up manifesting. It ends up bringing on a storm to wipe it out. See, because the land is what belongs to the Creator. So if the land is hey, you got, just like Sodom and Gomorrah, just like in those times, a lot of people know that when people were, too much sin was in the world, where, people was sleeping, doing, going into the back door of a person. And hey, as you guys know, it's not good. And hey, boom, that caused what? That's what brought on the Sodom and Gomorrah situation. So it's just like when stuff is like, just put it like this, there's a bad situation going on that needs to be ended. That's when the storms start coming. See? Because if you ever notice, when people, no one can never tell you why, because it's what you can't see. See? And that's why when people are like, yo, why did that happen? Why did the Hurricane Katrina happen? Nobody knows. But you should know, because of his bad behavior, it must end. It must be an ending to it. Because patterns always collapse when you don't feed them. See? When you don't, they always end, because the more, it's only for a new beginning in the first place. Now, another thing, how Pisces dissolves boundaries, is they let silence speak. See? Bet you didn't know that. Bet you didn't know that silence actually speaks. And here's the thing, because it forces other people to reveal their intentions. The more quieter you are, people will reveal themselves. So that's an automatic dissolvement right there. You ain't got to even say nothing. All you got to do is be quiet. Now, if you notice, the same thing applies to everything that moves. If you are too quiet, the mouse thinks that he can take a run for it. The mouse thinks that he can come out and grab some food, because what he realizes that, oh, it's quiet. Oh, I can go grab some food now. I can come out from where I'm hiding and run across this person's house, because the mouse thinks that, everything's quiet. But little does he know that he's being what? That his cycle is about to end. And then what is the mouse? The mouse realizes that, oh, what happened to my cousin? He didn't make it. The other mouse gets whiff that the other mouse has been what? He didn't come back. The mouse is saying to itself, where's Ray Ray? Ray Ray didn't make it. He didn't come back. Oh my God. Then Ray Ray's like, yo, he's like, yo, it was quiet as hell. I didn't know that. Hey, where's Ray Ray? And then what happens? When that mouse realized that Ray Ray didn't come back, his cousin Ray Ray didn't come back, he goes looking for him. And then he gets caught. So that's why the best way to end the cycle is to what? Be quiet. Because not only did you catch the first mouse, which was Ray Ray, you caught his cousin, Frank, and you caught his little niece, Cindy. And now you got them all trapped because they thought it was quiet. They thought, oh, just because it was quiet, it was time to what? Expose ourselves. So that's how you know silence, what? It dissolves things. It dissolves all boundaries. That's why Pisces is silence. Put it like that. And see, the thing about it is that how Pisces dissolves all boundaries is that they don't absorb others' moods. It's cold-blooded. See, because Pisces must keep their energy clean. This is why they don't absorb other people's moods. No, they can, but they just know not to. Another thing is that a Pisces would dissolve all boundaries by stop rescuing people. See, you can't save everybody. Some people deserve an ending to their bullshit. And see, what this does is users expose themselves by you stop rescuing them. See, you end up finding out the whole time why you've been trying to rescue Tony. And all of a sudden you realize as soon as you stop trying to save him, oh, he starts to expose. He starts to expose himself. He starts showing his true colors. See, whenever you stop trying to put a Band-Aid on it, you will realize the person was, hey, they never wanted to be helped. Because what ends up happening, they end up telling you, I want some alcohol. I want to get drunk. I want to go steal some shit. They tell you because you didn't actually reach your arm out and try to go save that person. You end up finding out they like that shit. It's cold-blooded. That's why I say you have to wait before you respond to people and situations in crisis. Because some people like crisis. Some people love to hurt. They love doing weird, depressive type of stuff that you probably think they're hurting. You probably think they're out in the cold. They probably want to be out there. See? But you won't know unless you hold back. See, sometimes you got to wait to see what you actually see, what you're actually seeing, because the facade can hide. See, the Joker is the facade. The Joker, you don't know how the Joker really feels because you're so caught up in his facial expressions, his mood, that what does it do? Now you have what? Took on his energy and blinded your own. It's cold-blooded. See, it's what you can't see. It's the subconscious. And see, another thing, how does a Pisces dissolve all boundaries? They feel compassion without engagement. See, because what does this do? It shows the boundary without cruelty. See, it's the boundary without cruelty. So this means that, yeah, Pisces will feel the compassion without what? Having to engage in it or engage with that person. See, Pisces, I'm telling y'all how advanced Pisces are. Now, Another thing, when it comes to access and availability with that control, is that a Pisces would dissolve boundaries by what? Becoming selectively available when they feel like it. And what does this do? This filters entitlement. It's cold-blooded. So when you're dealing with people that want access to you, they want to control you, well, that's not going to work because a Pisces is going to be selective with it. They might not listen to you, but they might listen to a different, what? Superiority within the job. Somebody they want to listen to or take orders from, but they might not take orders from you because they filter the entitlement. See? So they dissolve your boundary with, oh, you might be a control freak, but you're not going to control the Pisces. And the Pisces knows, oh, this person wants to control me so bad. But hey, I'm going to listen to the other owner or the other manager, but I'm just not going to listen to them. See that? Now, another way of Pisces dissolve all boundaries, answering on their own timing. It's cold-blooded. See? Because they what does this do? That's how they reclaim their power. See? Answering on their own timing. Just because you ask a question doesn't mean you're going to get an instant answer. It's going to be when I feel like it, when I feel the time is right. See? That's how Pisces dissolve your boundaries. Another way is that a Pisces will stop initiating one-sided what? Contact. See? Because what does that do? That restores the balance. Now, pertaining to the situation. Now, another way a Pisces dissolve all boundaries is by limiting time spent with draining people, with energy vampires. And what does this do? This gives Pisces protection. See? So that's why I always say, if you know someone subconsciously is what? An energy vampire, limit your time with them and watch what happens. You will protect yourself. See? Because energy vampire doesn't have, that's the reason why they want to drain you. It's the reason why they're holding your ear so long, because they want to drain you. So this is a hidden enemy. See? Because they're causing some type of what? Irritation, frustration, annoyance. Annoyances are what? Those are the actions of hidden enemies. See, a friend wouldn't cause you such a annoyance. See, because they will respect your boundaries. Now, another thing is how Pisces dissolve all boundaries. Keep a conversation short when needed. But what does this do? Because there won't be no emotional hijacking. Because it's a way for people to emotionally manipulate you. See? And that's hey, if you're not careful, if you keep running your mouth, that's how people are going to get you. Because you're talking too long with people. When you talk too long with people, you open yourself up emotionally. You become vulnerable. See, people think you need a friend. People think, oh, you don't have nothing going for yourself. They start to pick up on things. See, you got to be careful. Another way that Pisces dissolve all boundaries is they don't feel silence. They don't feel silence. See what I mean? I didn't say feel. I said feel. I'm talking about FILL. Okay. They don't. A Pisces doesn't feel the silence. Okay. So that's like feeling the silence in a room or hey in a situation. And what does this do? Other people start to what? Show their true self. When you are with someone and all of a sudden it gets quiet, don't feel the silence. Don't try to turn up some music or, start talking because, you realize that it got quiet. No, embrace it. Because for the other person, you're going to dissolve their boundaries, and guess what? The true them is going to be revealed in that silence. See? That you got to see that. Because a lot of people feel the need to what? Oh, it's too quiet. Oh, I need to turn some music up, turn the TV on, put a song on. No, because you're going to miss, they're going to hide in that noise. See, their true self. Now, another way a Pisces dissolve all boundaries is they leave the environment early. See, what does this do? This avoids escalation. So sometimes when the party ends at 8, Leave at 7:30 on purpose. Well, guys, got to cut out. Not, hey, I had a blast. Hey, everything, the food was good, and leave 7:30 early. You notice that people are surprised when you leave early because they didn't get to do what they wanted to do to you. They might have wanted to embarrass you had you stayed longer. They probably wanted to make you feel jealous, having their boyfriend or girlfriend come over right at the end. See, you got to be careful. Stay until something closes or ends. No, cut out early. See, by you doing so, you dissolve all their boundaries. They don't expect you to leave early. See that? Now, another thing is don't chase a Pisces. When they dissolve all boundaries, they won't chase clarification. See? And what does this do? This avoids what? Manipulation loops. See? Don't sit there and try to understand everything through the, trying to clarify everything, because by you doing that, you're going to end up what? You're avoiding manipulation loops. People can't manipulate you when you're not chasing clarification. See? Because if you want to know exactly what something is, and you always trying to be in the knowing of things, people can manipulate you. See? Because they can tell you, they know exactly what to tell you to control you, to make you, move left to right, forward, backwards. Another thing too is how Pisces dissolve all boundaries is they keep the social energy minimum. Okay. And what this means is the fact they prevent over attachment, because they understand that, hey, the more you talk, the more people latch on to you. See, that's why when people get locked up, that's why it's best not to be so social, so friendly, and just talking to, because you open yourself up, then all of a sudden people start to what? Over attach themselves to you. They feel the need to disrespect you all of a sudden. See, you wonder why are they coming down on me? Why are they targeting me? Because you like I said, the social energy you was talking too much. Another thing is how a Pisces dissolve all boundaries is they reserve the access for what? Consistent people. See? Because as you guys know, trust is earned. It's not freely given. Now, when it comes to like mental and conversational boundaries, how a Pisces is by refusing what? Circular arguments. Because what does this do? This ends the mental exhaustion. See, it's not good to get into different arguments with so many different people, or if you ever come across a situation like this that's put it like this, might include more people. I'm cold, you guys, so this is why I'm like freaking it's messing with my voice and everything. But yeah, another thing is a Pisces would dissolve all boundaries by not debating feelings, okay? Because you can't, how you feel is something that you have to keep to yourself. So when you try to debate how you feel, this is only going to what? This is going to expose your feelings. And see, feelings have to stay valid. So this is why only you know what's your truth, and hey, you got to keep it close to you regarding how you feel about things, not debate it. Another way Pisces dissolve all boundaries is by stop trying to defend your character, see, of how you are. Because why no trial to participate in then? You don't have to compete because, you already know who you are. You don't have to be trying to tell people who you are. I'm this person, I'm the king, and hey, I'm the big dog, and whoop-de-woo, I'm the OG. No, you ain't got to do all that, see? Because, hey, there ain't no trial for it. Now, another thing, how Pisces dissolve all boundaries is they use short natural responses and trying, instead of trying to seem like the smartest person in the room, what this would do is shut down control attempts. See, because you're just keeping things natural. Now, you notice when people try to use big words, and that ends up attracting people to control you. See, you start trying to do something extra different. You don't want to sound a certain way. People start trying to control you. I appreciate that, Mo. Appreciate that. Yeah, so like I say, it's a long segment, you guys. I'm trying to finish the segment as quickly as I can. Another thing is how Pisces dissolve all boundaries. They ask direct questions, and what this does is shut down control. This exposes contradictions, okay? Because if you don't ask a direct question, then like I say, then it gives people room to squirm. It gives people room to like twist, add to whatever it is that, anything as far as the answer is concerned. So it's like you give people room to play around with the words if you don't ask questions directly. Now, how it exposes the boundaries, how Pisces expose the boundary, they just do it directly, ask directly, and then that exposes the contradictions behind it. That's the trade-off. Now, another way a Pisces dissolves all boundaries is they don't overshare plans that they have. And what this does is it prevents sabotage. See, if you don't tell people everything you're up to, then they have less of a chance to sabotage you because they don't know. See, and another thing is a Pisces would dissolve all boundaries by keeping their opinions brief. And what this does is avoids them being twisted, or their opinions twisted, because that can happen if it's if you don't keep them brief. Now, another way that Pisces dissolve all boundaries is they only name the patterns once, okay? So once they name the pattern one time, then they disengage. And this is kind of what ties in what I was talking about in the Stop, Drop, and Roll live. See, because why the clarity, this brings clarity without drama. Now, another way a Pisces dissolve all boundaries is they won't argue with projection. See, that's the powerful thing, is that we all know jealousy is what stirs first, and then it's like it ignites the projection. See, it's just like a person first has to feel some type of way, maybe feel dissatisfied, and what they tend to do is turn the projector on so that somebody else that they want to see watches their behavior, because they want to show you how they feel, and they want to send a message across to you. See, by getting your attention. So what a Pisces will do to dissolve this boundary, they won't argue with the projection. See, they won't argue with the projection that you're showing them. And what does this do? This starves your ego. See, so not only will a Pisces dissolve your projection, they'll dissolve your ego at the same damn time. Why not kill two birds with one stone? See that? Now, another way a Pisces dissolve all boundaries, they let other people misunderstand you. See? So instead of a Pisces telling you they don't understand you themselves, what they will do to dissolve your boundaries is they'll let other people misunderstand you. See that? Because then that takes the control away. The Pisces takes the control. That's how they reclaim it. It's cold-blooded. Now, when it comes to dissolving all boundaries in regards to energy and spiritual protection, well, they ground emotionally before engaging. That's why I said you gotta have self-control. You have to have, stillness in order to fulfill this. Now, another thing is that Pisces would dissolve all boundaries by feeling the energy before what? Trusting words. You always feel the energy. That's how, and you use this with what? Your emotions. That's how you absorb. So you feel the energy first, and then that you do that first before you trust the words of a person. It's cold-blooded. See, because if the energy is not right, the person is not right, regardless of what they say. See, if a person is, you always go by the behavior, the energy, because the energy is what? Emotion. See, then that's how you know if the energy ain't right, the person ain't right, man. Don't let them try to tell you, because listen, that's how they could deceive you. Now, another thing, how Pisces dissolve all boundaries is they pull back when the intuition pings. See, as soon as the intuition say, "Oh, hold on now," that's when the Pisces pulls back. See, and that dissolves the other person's boundaries, because now whatever plan they had in motion is not gonna work, because you pull back, because your intuition pinged you. Boom. Hey, don't do this, don't do that. You like, yo, what's up? Oh, okay. Don't go. I ain't going then. See? Another thing is how Pisces dissolve all boundaries is they cut the cords quietly. See? So that by the time you think you got something on them and try to run off with it, you're not connected to them. Because Pisces already cut the cords already. You didn't even know they cut them already. So you ain't got nothing. You think you got something on that Pisces and you ain't got shit. See? Another thing, how Pisces dissolve all boundaries, they stop trying to heal others. You probably assume this time, oh, Pisces is gonna come save me. Only to find out that Pisces ain't even come at all. And you were sick, or hey, you didn't have a ride, and all of a sudden you thought the Pisces was gonna come help you, and they didn't. See? Because if Pisces would be that spontaneous for you, what? To realize that you can't manipulate them. See? Now, another reason how Pisces dissolve all boundaries, they let karma handle the lessons for you. See? They don't have to be the one to teach you a lesson. Karma will do that better than they can. Another way of Pisces dissolve all boundaries is they keep intentions private. They're not going to tell you everything they're up to. Another way they dissolve all boundaries is they trust timing over patterns. And not patterns, but pressure. They trust timing over pressure. So even if they feel pressure to do something right now, right away, they won't. Because they know it's an opportune time to do so. Now, when it comes to power dynamics and respect, how does a Pisces dissolve all boundaries here? They stop overgiving, see? Because that restores the balance. There's a balance to everything. So if you give somebody something, it requires a balance. It doesn't require you to overdo it. Now, another way a Pisces dissolve all boundaries when it comes to power dynamics is they don't reward inconsistencies. See, this is why when it comes to Gemini, a Pisces knows when, hey, I'm not going to give you any rewards. You're not consistent. See, because where there's inconsistencies, what is there? Okay, where there's inconsistencies, there's contradictions, there's lies. See, now another way Pisces dissolve all boundaries here is the fact that they require actions, not words. Actions speak louder than words. Now, another way they dissolve all boundaries, they maintain the self-respect even when they're alone. See? Another way they dissolve all boundaries is they leave when disrespected once too many times. And that's the thing. That's why Pisces won't react to you when you do this. Because they know exactly when to leave a situation. that no longer serves them, where they're no longer welcome, they automatically leave. Another way to dissolve all boundaries is they don't accept crumbs. See, it's either 100% or none at all. So when people don't give you anything, they're not willing to go all out, you know. So it's like, yo, people try to breadcrumb you, or hey, they try to make you feel like, oh, we'll pay you this pay rate. No, a Pisces ain't gonna accept crumbs from nobody. Another thing, how Pisces dissolve all boundaries is they keep the standards quiet but firm. See? And they don't negotiate self-worth. Nope. There's a lot of things of that nature are more valuable. Another thing, how Pisces dissolve all boundaries, they choose peace over being liked by others. See? Now, I'm going to tell y'all, and everything I'm mentioning is protection. It's not like the intent is for a bad reason or why Pisces would dissolve boundaries in the first place. Dissolving boundaries is for protection. You know, it's for protection of that Pisces. Now, another way a Pisces dissolve all boundaries is what? Detachment without bitterness. See? Forgiving internally, not access-wise. See? So, another thing that a lot of people tend to do is they like to explain the past. See? Don't go to the past unless you're going to what? Reinvent yourself with the past. Go back to your past to pick up on a version of yourself to use now. People that bring up the past only wish that they were that person they were, or that they once were when such and such. Oh, when they had women, when they had the most women, when they, you know, when they looked younger. So while I'm saying this is the fact that Pisces, when they dissolve all boundaries, they stop explaining the past. See? Don't even mention the past. Whatever, how it was back then, it's over with already. Another thing is that you have to let people miss you. That's how Pisces dissolve all boundaries. Silence, not talking to somebody for a long amount of time on purpose because you have to let people miss you. See, that's where people treat you the best, because they miss you. But you notice they have to miss you in order to what? Be that way. Appreciate that. Appreciate the gift, sir. Hope I'm saying your name right. Another thing is another way Pisces dissolve all boundaries, they don't seek closure from unsafe people. Don't expect a we're closed sign from somebody that is unsafe to deal with. See? Forget about the benefit of the doubt. That doesn't apply. That does not apply. See? Now, that's another way Pisces dissolve boundaries when it comes to protection. Now, and the things I'm mentioning now are the most powerful. Another way that a Pisces dissolve all boundaries is by becoming unreadable to manipulators. See? Becoming unreadable. Now, another way a Pisces dissolve all boundaries is by keeping love, but at the same time, that's going to what? Remove access. See, when you keep love, it removes access. Because you keeping love to yourself. Now nobody else has access to you. They can't hurt you because you keeping love to yourself. That's why I say you got to love yourself. Because if you don't, these people out here ain't finna give you that. Now, another way how Pisces dissolve all boundaries, they let other people reveal themselves over time. It takes time for you to really know people. You're not going to know them overnight. You're not going to know them in 2 weeks. You're not going to know them in a month. You're not going to know them in 2 months. It takes time. Over a period of time, you start to see this person reveal themselves, but you have to let them. You can't ask questions. You can't try to speed it up. You can't try to get it out of this person so quick, so fast. It doesn't work like that. Now, another way Pisces dissolve all boundaries is the fact that they understand. See, not everybody deserves the whole ocean. See, and this is what Pisces understand. This in itself dissolves all boundaries. See, because Pisces knows not everybody deserves the whole ocean. Now think about this. The people that see it, oh, you could see it all day. You could go sit on your pier and, hey, you could watch from a far distance. You can see the ocean all you want. Hey, I'm talking about you don't deserve the whole ocean. It's a difference. See that? Not everybody deserves the whole ocean. That's why I said the illusion is powerful, and it only protects the Pisces. It's cold-blooded. Because listen, what you don't know is that you don't have the whole ocean. Pisces makes you think you do when you don't. See? So it's like, yeah, to give you a taste. And then you get hooked on the whole idea. As if you, hey, if I had the whole ocean, this would be a better deal. But the thing about it is people can see it, but they don't have it. See? They don't have it for safe keeps. And Pisces knows that, so that's the thing. Once a Pisces understands, oh, not everybody has the whole ocean, it dissolves the boundaries. See? Because people don't know what? People know that the Pisces, they know that the Pisces hasn't fully what? Given them everything. See? They know they're missing something. So once that realization happens, they already know they can't get to the Pisces how they want to. Even though it looks easy, it's not easy. See? That's cold-blooded, right? That's why I say it's what you can't see. And what you can't see, even though it manifests in such a way, you don't even see that happening. You don't see the fruition of it. See? Now, another thing. Why does this work for Pisces? And I'm going to tell you all the truth. It's because Pisces doesn't what? Protect themselves by building walls. No. See, Pisces protects themselves by what? Removing emotional supply. See? And that you get this when you don't react. You get this when you don't over-explain. You get this when you don't rescue. And you get this when you don't chase. See? Because people lose what? The ability to use you. This is, I'm telling you, powerful. See, you can't use a Pisces that dissolve all boundaries. See, you can't, because you don't have them. You don't have them, even though you can see them. Everybody can see a Pisces. Oh, there goes a Pisces right there. There's a Pisces talking to me. But you can't use them. See, you can't use them because the boundary gives you the right. But now you don't have a boundary. You have nothing to hold on to because you're like this. I don't even know if there's a floor underneath me for me to stand on. I can't see clearly because I don't have full control of what's going on or what's about to happen because I can't see anything. Everything that I see, am I really seeing that? Because if it looks like a floor, what is the point of taking a chance in that thought? Oh, it looks like a floor. Are you sure? Oh, I don't know. Well, I wouldn't try to step to find out, because you might not. Hey, if you trust what you see and you're holding on to something that is holding you, why would you trade? If I'm holding on to this, I know it's holding me right now. But if I think that I'm seeing a floor and it's not there, I dissolve, because there's no boundaries. See, you don't even see a way to escape, but the Pisces does. See, that's why you can't find them when they escape, because you didn't see the boundary. Pisces saw it. He or she knows where it's at. It's cold-blooded. Now, the truth of it all is the fact that fish doesn't fight the hook. You cannot hook a fish. That's why people use bait. See? And you want to know why you can't hook a fish? It's because the fish slips out of the water. It's cold-blooded. The fish slips out the water. That's why you cannot hook a fish. See? Now, let that marinate. See? This is why I tell people, like, yo, Pisces are dangerous, bro. It only gets realer from here. I'm just telling you all this now. So, hey, like, comment, share, subscribe, because I got more, and like I said, I'm cold. I'm trying to, y'all know I got y'all tomorrow, same time. So smash that like button if you resonate with the video. If you don't resonate, then still smash the like button. I would really appreciate it. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Thanks for watching.